Recording now.
Welcome back, folks, to the Get a Grip on Lighting podcast. All of this is pre-COVID crisis. So I know everyone's thinking COVID and everything you look at is about COVID, everything. But this podcast ain't about that. It's about Revco Lighting Supply down in Long Island. Man, what a great podcast. And we thank Frank Guastella for coming on the show, Greg.
Yeah, it's a great discussion. Interesting business he's got. Cool area. I like Long Island.
Ooh, baby,
Check
I
it
love
out.
Long Island. Oh, yeah, for sure. And, of course, we can't forget that this podcast and all the podcasts that we do here on the Get a Grip on Lighting podcast are in association with and sponsored by the National Association of Innovative Lighting Distributors, of which Revco is a member. Of course, they just joined, and so should you, and everybody should get on the train, get on the bus, and don't fall off the wagon, son, because we're going to be running things for a while, straight on digital. So you got to go to naild.org. But before we get you the rest of the game here, we got to talk about those who do the right thing and the light thing, Greg. Satco.
That's right. Speaking of Long Island, they're located there.
Ooh.
Their headquarters are. And the product we're talking about today, you'll see on the screen, is a LED downlight retrofit. Now, we'll look at that thing. What stands out about that to me is how far that recesses in. You look up at that can and the light actually recesses inside and has a nice depth to it. A lot of people have these flat cans.
No flat.
Glare bomb.
No.
No, you want to recess that thing.
Get that thing up there, man.
They've got it in 4-inch, 6-inch, 8-inch, and 10-inch. A lot of people stop at 8. They go to 10, 122.77 volt, color adjustable, lumen adjustable. What does that mean? You need to stock one 8-inch can. You need to stock one 10-inch can, one 6-inch can. That covers it all. They got it.
Satco's balling, man. They're doing the right thing. They're doing the light thing straight out of Long Island. Go to satco.com, baby. That's satco.com. Light thing, right thing. Hashtag it up, folks. Right now, we got Frank from Revco coming up on the Get a Grip on Lighting podcast. Welcome to the Get a Grip on Lighting podcast, Frank.
Yeah, thanks for coming out.
Yeah, beautiful Southampton, New York. So the Hamptons, that's an area of America that's very well known.
Yeah.
For vacationing in the summer, correct?
Yeah, I would say so. There's a lot of large homes. It's all residential out here. About 80-90% residential.
Your business is 80-90%?
Like Revco serves homeowners?
No, the contractors are geared towards high-end residents.
High-end residences.
Yeah.
So you sell to contractors in this market primarily that are dealing on building or renovating the homes out here?
Yeah, large homes, multi-million-dollar homes, 400. Some houses have 800 amp services.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's like a big...
Yeah.
So you have, you guys, what percent of your business is lighting versus other electrical supply?
I would say on the more of the, I would say functional lighting, recessed, all that stuff is about 35%. And then on our decorative and landscape, you add another 20% there. So,
but lighting versus as your whole business versus other electrical?
Probably about a third.
A third, okay.
Yeah, third.
So you spend time in other areas, not just lighting?
Right, that's right. We're full electrical distributor.
Sure.
Do you do a lot of online sales?
No, we don't.
No,
not at all.
So it's like a showroom contractor based situation where people walk in, they buy a lot of projects.
A lot of projects. We have 3 showrooms, decorative showrooms. We have lighting specialists that'll help you lay out, under cabinet and all that, and some high end residential recessed type stuff. And then we have supply counters. So your
light bulbs, ballast,
just like halo. Acuity products over the counter type of stuff. So
switches, lenses, dimming controls, all that kind of stuff.
It's a full supply house. So we have 6 locations, all on Eastern Long Island. 2 out in the Hamptons. We have East Hampton location, Southampton is our main, and then we cover the North Fork as well. And, I'm not sure if you're familiar with Long Island, but
we're starting to get there. It's our first time here.
Yeah, it's a lovely area of America, actually. Yeah. How did you get in this game?
Me? I started in my college place, accounts receivable, actually. I was started in accounting.
Started in accounting.
Yeah, I moved to pricing coordinator and purchasing manager and director of operations. And it's been 10 years.
10 years.
10 years.
So you're an accountant by trade?
Yeah, well, accounting major.
Okay.
Never went and got a CPA. I started working here, and then ended up loving it. And I realized I love all of business, not just the accounting and numbers. And I was like an operations analyst kind of here, and but I enjoy everything, all the aspects of the business, the logistics of it, and, meeting people, and just getting out.
Yeah. Now, so we were talking a little before, but Michael and I both have commercial lighting businesses. So yours is all residential.
Yeah.
Very different.
Yeah.
But there are probably some similarities, I'm guessing. But, one thing I see is that what do you feel is the showroom is needed? You need to have a showroom. Is that right? Or not?
It's always a question.
Yes.
It's a little easier than being a standalone lighting showroom. On the decorative side, we do have end users coming in, and customers picking out their stuff, and the electrician comes put it in. And so we do get by. I'd say the showroom's nice to have.
Mm-hmm.
We have it in 3 of our 6 locations, but it's not completely necessary.
Not completely necessary, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting. Now, what is it about? So this is your showroom here, obviously.
That is, and that's our decorative. But if you see behind us right here, this is all, our recessed, or, the little displays like this work, and everything you see in this room and the ceiling, that's all,
they're unique. Each one of them's unique.
Yeah. So, you got, tech elements, and you have some USAI and some WAC track heads, and just showing that display, and for people that want to see what they look like.
I kind of think it is. I mean, I'm not in your business, but for seeing the showroom, something about seeing the light, especially if you're going to live with the lights, is different than if you're going to go to a job and then see the light and be done with the day.
Yeah.
You got to live with the fixture. When I did it for my house, I have access to, all the lines I can, catalogs that I can look at. I went to a lighting showroom and I looked around. I said, I like something like that, something like that.
Just trying to explain or look in a book what the color temperature looks like. Or,
I can see that you've modeled the color temperatures here. You can see them differently.
The lumen output. And,
sure.
You really don't understand how much a punch, a 2-inch aperture has.
Yeah.
So you actually see it.
So the homeowners come here with the contractor, or is it kind of a separate deal?
It's always a mix. It's a mix. So they'll come in by themselves. Yeah. They'll come in with, what they want to do. Sometimes the contractor kind of, when it comes to decorative, encourages them to come in by themselves because, they got to pick out a finish, or, they got to see what it looks
fixture
like.
type too, right?
Yeah.
So how do the inventory must be tough, or knowing what to order, knowing what to keep on hand?
Yeah, it's hard. And we have displays. I like to back up displays. I wouldn't have anything on the shelf that we're not displaying.
Yeah.
In the same sense, it's working with our suppliers and to make sure we can get those back orders in timely and with minimal costs,
So you guys, you do keep, of all these decorative fixtures you have in here, you keep a few on hand, or you don't just buy them and say you can get this? And
Yeah. This one we're inventory we have on hand, bath brackets and wall sconces. You have a few more on hand, but you have one chandelier maybe for backup.
Do you guys have official lighting designers on staff?
No.
Okay. So people that learn the look and the feel of a space, and they're not necessarily designers by trade.
Right.
They've kind of developed into it.
Right. Correct.
So 10 years ago, you start, and you basically come into the industry when it's about to go into its greatest creative destruction phase, in that it may be in any industry, actually. I'm telling you, there hasn't been many industries that have been rocked the way lighting has been rocked in the last 10 years. It doesn't exist. Cell phones is a new industry. That's not something that was there before and then got taken out. Maybe telephony, you can consider that. The whole idea of telephones being taken out by smartphones is actually equivalent to LEDs displacing incandescence and fluorescence in a way that, it's definitely destructive. So creatively destructive though. So you came in the business right when that started.
Yeah.
So you've never seen a stable time in the lighting business.
No, it's always been, and we were coming out of recession. And then,
that's true too. 2009 or whatever. Yeah.
In the Hamptons out here, you can imagine. I mean,
you're going into a recession in 2008, 2009.
We're pulling out by 2009.
Is that right?
Yeah, they were a little behind, but so it was an interesting time for me. Actually, an interesting time for the company. We're fortunate; we have a lot of younger staff. I know, that's industry wide issue is trying to train the younger staff.
Sure.
But, I came in with a, more of an accounting mindset and numbers, and started looking at inventory and cutting numbers. And, it worked, trying to minimize what we're carrying on hand, our risks, and take on those LED products and just watching the price erode.
Yeah.
It was rough. We did the same thing with solar, and that didn't work out as the price.
So you were in solar and you jumped out.
Yeah, because same thing with the LED market. The prices are dropping. You're carrying inventory, and if you can't inventory it, it's hard to sell it.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah,
Are a lot of people going solar here around this area?
yeah,
Houses?
but no,
Yeah.
these guys are specialized in solar now, so we don't get in that. You got the national account, guys moving in, and so it didn't work out. But the lighting, we stayed on top of it, and just trimming out that inventory, keeping a close eye on it.
Sure.
And it was nervous.
Well, I mean that's where all your cash is.
Yeah.
It's all in the inventory.
Yeah.
It's sitting on shelves, right?
Yeah.
At 6 different locations. That's got to pull your hair out a little bit. You got a lot of hair left. For somebody.
I had no gray hair.
Oh, okay. That's where it's expressing itself.
Yeah.
The cortisol is going.
Had
Making
nothing to do with age. It was all about work.
Yes, exactly. And we I wouldn't say reduce inventory, but we're moving the dollar to where it makes sense, and
Sure.
watching those dead items and putting it into the inventory. But we did a lot of that in those few years when those prices were really dropping down, and
Scary, man.
Yeah. And our business model is not to sell on price; it's to inventory. So, like, you go to our branch locations, it's like we want to have inventory on there. So
You're going to lose the sale if you don't have inventory. If the contractor wants to walk in and pick up that beige switch plate with the beige dimmer or whatever it is that you have, right?
yeah, we got all sorts of blue chunk colors.
Yeah, there's like 5 beiges there, by the way, listeners. If you can't see behind us here, there's he's got 5 types of beige and he's got 9 types of white.
And we compete against guys that are just price based, or guys that are delivery based. They're making all night runs, or So our business model is inventory, and we're big on that. So it's like really staying on top of that inventory.
Last year, about a year ago this time, I got a call from a company that made a splash into lighting in 2013 and just got their hats handed to them, and then we're sitting on inventory, and the guy, he's like, here, can you do anything with this inventory? Make me an offer. So he sends me over his sheets, like $240,000 worth of stuff, like 15 skids worth of stuff. So I go over to have a look. He bought it in 2013, right? And he's got these, those original aluminum high bays that they came out with that were like the big giant circles. Like, and I came up and he's like, what do you think this is worth? I said, it's scrap metal, buddy.
Yeah, there's more metal in that than light.
Yeah, it's scrap metal. Like, it ain't. Nobody's gonna buy that at all.
So he ended up paying you in recycling.
Yeah, exactly. We ended up taking. I ended up giving him a little tiny rebate on a couple different items. Like, he had some of the Gen 2 LEDs that. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Sort of like he had some stuff from Lighting Sciences Group. I don't know if you know.
Yeah.
Remember those?
Yeah.
Those twirly pars?
Yep.
People buy those for some reason. I don't know why. We get orders for those weird ones. Like, there's some weird LEDs that I wish I had more of from back in the day. But so I bought a few that, but it told him his stock's not worth any. Think about that.
Yeah.
That's devastating right off.
It's a horrible investment, but it's a risk,
Yeah, sure. You got to know what you're doing in every business you're in.
Yeah, staying on top of technology. We make it a point to go to like every light fair.
Yeah,
every light fair, even if it's on the West Coast and our reps and our agents are not there. You just want to see the technology, what's coming out, which way the industry is going, and so you're not caught short. You're not caught with this stuff. You just made an investment, and
sure.
You get a little.
Yeah. How long has Revco been around?
That's a long answer.
Yeah.
So
I saw their R&D electrical out there sign. Is that you as well? Is that like remembering the old?
Yes.
Okay.
So our owners, Ross and Teddy, they started, I think, late 30s, early 40s.
Wow.
Ross Fellis was in business with his brother. and they split up around the 70s. We started Revco. I think it was like 78 or something like that.
What was the name derived from?
That's his initials.
REV?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or else evals. Yeah.
So, that's interesting. You were mentioning light fair and education. Do you think knowing about the legacy? So, do you know much about pre-LED lighting technologies?
I do. I mean, I'm always learning that.
What about your people here? Do you have some people that are real experts?
We
in
do.
that?
We have, as you're aware of, like those people retire.
Yeah,
They're
sure.
leaving the industry, and that knowledge is going with them. And we have a younger staff, so we try to make it a point to teach ourselves about that. Even the legacy product, obviously the newer stuff, that's the easy stuff, that's the exciting stuff.
Sure.
Good at controls and everything, but the older stuff, getting calls for ballasts and stuff, and you're like, well, don't you want to buy a fixture to have a ballast?
Yeah.
We had a T12 ballast on the counter, and you're like,
Well, we can do that.
You know what the weird thing is, man? I mean, we're at Saco. They're a full line lighting distributor, right? Lighting supplier to distributors, from the weirdest little socket with a cord on it, and part of their warehouses. And I'm saying this with lots of love, Bill and Alan and Brian, but man, some of their areas of the warehouse are like archaeological.
Yeah, you got to go through their fixture.
Like you go, you pick up the box and it's like
stuff.
there's like dust on it because they're sitting on a lot of different unique types of items that sell like really slowly.
Yeah,
but they have a lot of stock on it, and
they're the only ones you can get it from.
Yeah, and it goes from that all the way to the latest new LED fixtures. It's tough to choose which products you're going to sell.
We're in the same boat as them. So
are we. So see.
So it's like you go through their warehouse and they have a large selection of parts and fixture pieces and stuff that got dust on it.
Sure.
We got a section that went up back too. Somebody comes in and they need a socket or something like that. And you try to service the customer.
Yeah,
it's
sure.
really a service for the customer, but you don't make much money on that.
So with the houses you're selling to, are they going more purpose-built fixtures or socket-based on the decorative?
Is it the death of the socket? Greg wants to know.
It's funny you say that. We saw that over the years, right?
Sure.
Halo's bringing back something that's bringing back the socket, letting you choose your LED, lamp, low voltage.
Yeah.
You pick now it's like you're not trying to match an LED module to an older batch.
Yeah.
You just go ahead and you get another MR16, you pop it in there, you can pick your degree, your spread and stuff. So they're trying to bring back the socket, but we have a lot of dedicated,
purpose-built kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's like
what's your opinion on it? Do you think it's better to have this? So what we discuss is like we've increased the life of the light source by double, say over a fluorescent tube, or triple over a fluorescent tube, but we've decreased the life cycle of the fixture. Mm-hmm. So I'm getting a little bit of feedback in my ear. Can you guys hear it too?
Yeah, it's
from my headset. I don't know what's going on, but the increase in the life cycle, decrease in the life cycle. So fixtures, people are going to be replacing fixtures more.
Right.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Do you sell a lot of lamps?
I do.
Yes.
We do.
You lose that socket for 10 years.
I know. I don't want to lose it.
Oh.
And selling light bulbs was like
eventually the socket's going to run out.
Yeah. Right? Before the LED kind of came along, you could really predict the amount of business you were going to do within 10% every month on a lighting distributor.
Yeah.
It was pseudo subscription. There was it was almost like if you got a client, they were kind of subscribed to you in a little bit, and they would give you a certain amount of money every year,
right?
In the form of, and you would give them back replacement light bulbs and ballast, and that's how it worked. I don't know if people are going to remember you after 10 years.
Yeah. So I'm curious from the residential side. Are people coming in and saying, "I want to be able to change my light bulb," or they just say, "I like"?
They have no idea. They have no clue.
You've never had anybody come in and say, "I want the ability to." They don't care. They don't even think about it.
No. Yeah, we sell them on the fact that they don't have to change their light bulb. Mm-hmm. They don't have to. These homes here have higher ceilings, so they don't have to hire somebody or get up on a ladder and change all those fixtures out.
I think it's a matter of frequency, not a matter of not having to change it though. At some point, but what we're saying is that they're just going to have to buy a new fixture at that time.
Yeah,
that's what it's going to be.
Yeah,
it's not. You're not going to start opening up some LED that you bought in 2000 and
But isn't like we've talked about, isn't it like a decorative? Sometimes people buy it and pass it on and keep it for 100 years. And
Yeah, I guess the
can't do that
chandelier, if
anymore.
you spend the money on the chandelier,
Yeah. But I mean, it ain't going to happen with purpose-built LED light fixtures, bro.
not passing it down.
Ooh. Yeah.
A couple of years, the trim starts yellowing.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Yeah.
You just change out the whole pop it in, pop it out.
So you guys, I assume, don't get involved in rebates at all.
We do.
Residential has rebates here?
Residential, over the counter, our utility company, PSEG, they have to be applied. The supplier applies to the utility company to get approved. We get a master list, and we're giving $3 back on the lamp, $2 back on the lamp.
So this is for residential.
For residential over the counter.
And you actually can take on the rebate right away. You don't have to submit it after the fact.
No, we do submit it. Some people, like Sacco, they have their own division that they take care of all that for you.
Mhm.
And then other guys, you need to submit it for directly to they use a third party, but you submit it to the utility company.
There's not purpose-built rebates, so is there for residential fixtures? There is too, on this.
Are they prescriptive? Like there's an amount that they pay per fixture, like $5 for a fixture?
Yeah,
$10 for a
that's all.
fixture?
That's all listed in their thing. Fixtures are you have to submit that, and that's a whole different process. It's not like an over the counter. I'm talking about you come by and you get an MR16, you're gonna get like a $2 back, $3 back. Doing a whole house or a whole home or a whole business, it's it's a whole process. We go in and we look at the lights, what they have, what you're replacing with, and doing the savings calculations, and they're dedicating certain dollar value to each fixture type, right? DLC premium type things.
That matters even for residential.
Oh, that DLC's got their hooks in there. Am I drinking your water here?
Uh-oh.
I'm double fisting it here.
I'm
But
good. Thanks.
I assume you guys do get involved in business, the businesses that are out here too.
Yes.
Okay. But it just
Yeah,
happens.
we try. A lot
Cool.
of competition.
The houses are bigger than the businesses, so take that on.
Yeah, that's funny, eh? We were just in Northern California for a bit, and we interviewed some distributors there.
Yeah.
And it's like you're talking 50,000 square foot homes out there, and
Yeah.
stuff like that. It's crazy, man.
It's fun here because they'll buy a multi-million-dollar home to knock it down to build a bigger one.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good for business.
Sure. What about controls? Are you guys big into the controls, like Bluetooth mesh networks and this sort of thing?
We are very big into Lutron radio raw to smaller network systems like the Lutron Caseta, Pessimor Adorn lines.
Are most of the houses you're putting your fixtures in doing controls to some degree?
If you could do a control system in your home, which one would it be in 2019?
Right now I use the Caseta. My house isn't big enough to warrant a
I use a Caseta as well. I like it.
I mean,
It's nice.
definitely Caseta.
You can use your app. I know Mike likes to use the apps.
Oh, I hate apps.
But I could see that, like a lot of these are vacation properties, and people want to be able to see what's going on.
And they got to use
Makes
a
sense.
RA2 system or something bigger like a Homeworks.
Sure.
But the Halos, we're bringing in the Halo Home as well to try different control systems, and they control each fixture.
Sure.
Lutron, you control the load at the source at the switch. So
Yeah. It's funny though. All this stuff, even though it's residential versus commercial, kind of relates. You're giving rebates on residential. You're checking out purpose-built and sockets. You got all that stuff.
The questions in lighting remain the same. The focus group of the customers changes slightly what you sell and what you focus. But I mean, the issues are the same issues. Dealing with rebates, no sockets, color temperatures, right? This kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also Long Island, New York in general, the cost of electric is a little high, I guess.
Oh, what's your kilowatt hour rate?
23 cents.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's high, actually.
So that's what the rebates are for to,
Help people to deal with that.
yeah. Shut up.
22 cents a kilowatt hour.
Yeah. Plus the utility.
That's like $1 in Canada.
utility company doesn't want to spend the money to build more plants, so they can't.
Clean
It's
energy, yeah,
limited,
sure.
So they push these rebates.
Well, Frank, we thank you for having us into your place here. I'd love to take a little tour after we do the show, if we can.
for sure.
Say hello to your
Definitely.
people and have a look at the warehouse and that. And folks, if listening out there, I know we didn't live stream this one, but if you catch this, thanks for listening. We're very grateful to you, the listener. Like, comment, Facebook, and of course, when in Southampton, man, it's Revco every time, bro.
Thank you.
Thank you thanks for having us, man. SATCO.com, light thing, right thing, doing it up, products, spirit, morale, they got it all at satco.com, Greggy.
That's right. And these recessed cans that we talked about, they have, I think it's one of the best in the market because it covers every size you need, 4-inch, 6-inch, 8-inch, 10-inch, 120, 277, no messing around with voltage, color adjustable, all the Kelvin temperatures you want. You just hit that little switch, and lumen adjustable.
Ooh.
So it does everything you need it to do. It makes it easy. It's doing the light thing, doing the right thing, like Satco always does.
You know what the funny thing is? Glare should be a choice. And you know what I mean by that choice? I should choose to go look up right at the light. Oh, man, that's glary. I shouldn't be walking around getting smashed by glare bombs all over the place, man. Come on. Come on.
Satco recesses that up there nicely. They do it right.
Satco's got it right. They're doing it right. They are right. Go to Long Island Sun, SATCO.com. They do the light thing. They do the right thing. And, of course, everybody's a member of Nailed now. Why aren't you? You know what? Used to be a member of Nailed, but now it's too crowded. Nobody goes there anymore. Blah, blah, blah. NAILD.org, baby. That's right. Nailed.org. Come on, man. We got some big news. Maybe we got to talk to the board coming up soon. Greggy, COVID-19 ain't going to back us up. Come on, man. We're still going to keep it rolling. Come on. We're making don't want to say anything yet, but we're getting real sophisticated down at Nailed. It's going to be hot, hot, hot. So go to NAILD.org, baby. Join us. Come on, man. And, of course, Frank, man, he's coming out. What a great company Revco is.
Yeah, for sure. Awesome discussion we had. We talked to the owner of the company, too, for a little bit when we were there in person.
Yeah.
And
Good
cool
family
place,
business.
good guy. Awesome.
Man, that's a nice showroom they have down there. What a great, that's a weird, different kind of angle they got, man. The lighting showroom with the lighting supply and the electrical. Deadly.
Yeah. Like all the pipe and wire, you need everything.
Deadly, bro. That's a deadly business they got there. So check out Revco, new Nailed member, coming in hot. Good hanging out with you in Colorado, Frank.
Written on the rectory wall, there's a sign there for all. You are lost, Lord is there to find you.